Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, the time has come for us to wrap up Miss Marvel. This is episode 6, No Normal. And look, this one's been a lot of fun. Please don't let me down on the finale. That's all I'm asking. Let's have a good, strong finish with this one so we can finish on a high note.
Hey. Been really enjoying this series. I'm definitely ready, willing, and able for a strong finish.
Look, just give me a little bit of Bon Jovi and I'll be good. So
I'm actually hoping for, again, Brown Jovi.
Brown Jovi.
Expectations are really low on that, but if it happens, that's a winner. Let's go!
Wanted to charge me double, but I am not.
I don't see my shawl. Where's
Parents
my
bragging about they got a great deal on something.
I have an announcement to make.
I asked you for getting that.
Just
what? Oh, okay.
Actually,
Oh, you know you're bragging to your dog. You get a deal.
I'm so sorry. And for sneaking out to AvengerCon, yeah, no, okay.
No, just speed it up.
I am the light girl.
You're what?
Nightlight.
Oh my god! I had no idea.
Are your powers limitless, or do you have to recharge?
Oh,
Actually,
Also, I have been dying to ask you. On Eid, did you drop that kid on purpose, or was that like a game time decision?
Jesus.
Just because you can do all these amazing things doesn't mean that you actually volunteer to go looking for trouble, right?
Well, trouble finds me.
I don't think you raised me to sit by and do nothing when I can help people.
Ah, there we go.
Nakia, dude, I'm so glad you called. We literally just got back from the airport.
Come on, stop. Have you heard from Bruno?
No, why?
I've been trying to get a hold of him because Circle Q exploded.
Oh, nice.
Doesn't know about it yet.
Yeah.
Your call has been forwarded.
Kamala Khan, you're not going anywhere.
Mommy.
Not dressed like that. Here. I got something for you.
What's the costume? What's the costume?
Is it the updated?
What's it gonna be? It's a giant box of milk toffees.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
This
Look
feels
at that.
A bit more like you.
Oh, because she remembered the necklace was broken.
And now we need a place to hide from the cops.
You crazy? You can't hide in a mosque.
Why? What houses of worship are supposed to offer sanctuary?
This is a mosque in America. Damage control, GCPD, hell, the Department of Sanitation probably has us under surveillance.
Why, it's 6.
Yeah.
Why would we go to the high school?
Because it's the only place guaranteed to be empty on a Saturday.
Well, unless there's detention.
Well, yeah, and they got to serve it all day because they messed with the bowl.
Mr. Bender.
They're gonna mess with the bowl.
2 months, I got you. 2 months.
2 months, I got you.
Go on, say another word.
No one will be on your side, Sheik.
I don't need anyone on my side. I'm not even concerned if God is on my side, as long as I am on his side. For God is always right.
I don't have time for Quranic quotes. Excuse me.
Actually, that was Abraham Lincoln.
Checkmate.
She's all business.
You can't go this way. It'd be in violation of my religious freedoms.
Trust me, you don't want a felony on your high school transcript.
It's just storage. It's disinfectant wipes, toilet paper.
Pick it in.
I'll open it. Just.
Is this a distraction?
It's totally a distraction.
What up?
I know. My mom would kill me if she found out I had a boyfriend and that it was that one.
Did you hear that? Just because someone treats you as their enemy doesn't give you the right to treat them as yours. Wait. You need a disguise.
Interesting wisdom.
Just baseball hats.
Well, it was good enough for Steve Rogers.
Marty, I always wear a suit to the office.
I'm okay. We're okay.
What the hell is this?
Uh-oh.
Oh, here he goes. Telling you guys, the evil's gonna happen. Gonna have our fight.
I don't think it's that. I think that
portal
portal is going in through him.
The question to my answer. You're getting the answer to my question there.
You're the answer to my question.
What's going on?
It's Kamran, and I know what you're gonna say. He's related to a clandestine, but so am I. I really need to get him out of town.
I know someone who can get him out. Just get him to the harbor by midnight.
Okay. Thank you.
Man, this kid's fast.
Yeah.
Well, he said he knows someone.
He knows a guy.
Yeah, he's gonna have to buy a vacuum.
Well, I know a guy who knows a guy.
Well,
who knows
first thing you're gonna do is get a 10-second car to get him there.
Well, that's true. Oh, it's got it in lockdown.
Damage control is here. How did they even find
And they're coming to the ring.
They invaded the mosque twice.
They tried to
We're
trick me
all
into giving
in.
you up.
Hey!
Oh, look who's back.
Look who's here.
So what we're gonna need is two
Look at
precision
this, a 360
drivers.
shot here.
Yeah, Michael Bay is doing this one.
Since DODC is already here, we obviously can't outrun them, so we distract and stall for as long as possible until we can get Kamran safe. Got it?
That was a cool transition.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to kind of do it, the animation like they did in the first one.
Well, looks like, look at that, Dave. You questioned your answer.
Questioned my answer.
Reno and I are on mad scientist duty.
I like the camera shots through the shelves and stuff.
After that, we grab every single fire extinguisher in the school.
They went all out for that chalkboard artwork.
They did. Mm-hmm. Saved money on the skeletons.
Ooh.
There's some
tools right there.
right there.
You and Nakia grab as many balls as you can.
Is this going to involve a pitching machine? Or are those going to be like slippy micro machines like at Home Alone?
Stop damage control with softballs?
Well, Bailey kind of did.
Yeah.
Minus the softballs.
She's going to do an
The
elbow drop.
real point is Zoe.
She's going to do a TikTok for distraction.
Flash
purpose?
mob.
Flash mob.
Evacuate now, Devert. You hear me?
Nope. She's not doing it.
We're in position. Do we have a green light?
Yep.
Call in all additional units.
You're calling in more. I need you out. Yes. Give me more.
Yeah.
He's gonna get Agent Johnson & Johnson.
So I'm wondering who they're going to meet if they make it to the harbor too. Who is this going to be too? Uh-oh.
Oh, we're going big.
For a school?
You're going to see for the doors?
Jeez.
Didn't have time to use the torches.
Got a bomb on the west wing. We're gonna need the bomb squad. Over!
Ooh.
I mean, business.
Okay, so the uplink is live, but I don't know for how long. Do it now! Do it now!
Hey, it's
Do it
I'm at
live.
Coles High School where damage control is me and my friends totally surrounded.
No Io Sky or Asuka or...
No Kyrie.
Team leader, do you read me? Team leader.
Target in a red hoodie and a baseball cap. Repeat, target on foot.
Oh, they're going to have somebody else in the red hoodie and the baseball hat.
It's gonna be
The old-
Bruno.
All of them.
The old misdirection.
They're going to do the old Scooby-Doo.
It's the old Three Amigos move. The old...
I'm gonna rock some Pack Daniels. Oh, my God, he's packing on this.
Riding around on the bike.
But whenever I see my face, I think, what if I was fair skin? I'd listen to melanin.
Nice.
Slick.
Anything.
Even better. Why didn't they just use that from the beginning and knock one of them down?
Well,
Because they're so fast. Uh-oh.
Foamed them.
Brilliant. That was a... Oh!
I mean, this is some Home Alone stuff here.
It is, isn't it?
It's okay. You're gonna be okay, okay?
Your mom's gone.
What are you, Christian Cage over here?
Just right there. Uh-oh.
Oh, what does that mean?
Still with me?
Always was.
You guys known each other for like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys got.
Oh, you can't do Bruno like that.
Team agent's heading down this way. I'll keep him busy. Okay.
He's going to Caltech or wherever he was going. MIT.
Hey! Ooh, guys, come dance with me. Hey, guys, what's going on?
Oh gosh.
Oh, hey, whoa! There's the pitching machines.
It's working.
Don't celebrate too much.
Oh, here it comes.
Look, the attackers are as much a threat to me as those cops are out there. They've been fighting my family for decades.
Pretty sure those guys aren't cops.
I need the clandestines. I need my mother.
Well, about that, pal. She gone.
Yep.
What happened to my mother?
Well, it turns out she did some terrible things. Oh!
Whoa! Took the brick clear out.
Oh, he was gonna end that guy. See, I told you guys, the evil's coming through.
Oh!
Gross.
She just gross.
Okay, she pierced the veil. She tried to destroy everything.
She was trying to save our world. My home. My mother's dead, isn't she?
Yep.
Well defined that.
Stop right there!
Wow.
That had to hurt.
She knows what she has to do. Oh, here comes the epic fight I've been waiting for.
Oh boy.
This is going to be huge.
This is not going to be good.
Uh-oh.
Oh, looking through his eyebrows. That's never good.
That's never good. Nope, we know.
Oh. You think?
Yeah, we're not trying to blow away kids here.
Yeah.
Using live rounds.
Oh, what is that?
This is like from the Hulk. Ed Norton.
Yep.
It's exactly from Ed Norton's Hulk.
The sonic wave.
Right?
I believe it is.
I'm Megan.
Oh, here comes the full reveal.
Whoa!
Hulk smash!
That's what it is. Take out those jumpy agents who are shooting at kids.
Whoa.
Hey guys, you okay?
Yes, Miss Nightlight.
No, not that Nick.
No, not
Jesus
Christ.
just was shooting at the kids.
Whoa!
Into the crowd.
Oh.
I got it.
There's you. Learn your lesson.
Did you?
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh.
What's getting built here?
Is he opening up the veil to their world?
I don't know if he's opening. Well, that to me doesn't look like a veil, but
My mom was right. This isn't my home.
But she saved it for you. In her last moment, she sent everything she had to protect you. She chose you.
hence the powers.
Get to the harbor. I'll buy you time.
Thank you.
Use the sewers.
Get up! Get her!
She needs to be fired.
Are you okay? That was amazing.
They're all with you.
Oh, look at that.
It's for you.
You're fired.
You went against my orders publicly, and then you attacked a bunch of kids.
Thank you.
That means that you're relieved of your duty. A union's coming to fix your mess. Get out of there now.
Nice.
Fired.
Team, go out!
Fired.
Oh, they did a good job of casting to make her super unlikable.
She was very unlikable in another show.
Well, you got the one agent who's all trigger happy. Like, these guys.
Salam alaikum, Jersey City, baby.
I sat there and watched Nachi Bahandi declared to the world he was my girlfriend.
Well, I don't know where those skills went when she dropped me and broke my leg.
Guess that was a beta test.
Free ice cream pizza. After Salah, of course. Yeah.
Of course. Oh, look at that. There's the poster in the background.
It's a good callback. Remember, she was real unsure of herself before when she was looking in the mirror.
Well, she's gained confidence every episode.
Oh, yeah.
This is really scary.
Yalla. It's almost a flat roof.
Yeah. He's an older gentleman.
You are now the great new superhero called what?
I'm still figuring it out.
Of course you are. We're all still figuring it out. But you saved people, Kamala.
He's going. The Caltech.
He's going.
And if you saved one
All
life,
right. Who's the connection?
well,
There it is.
you saved the world.
Oh. Sweet. Okay. Who the contact was in the dock wasn't important.
I was told.
Kamal means marvel.
Is you the same name as Carol freaking Danvers?
I don't know who that is. But you sure are. Always have been our own little Miss Marvel.
There you go.
Way to go, Pops.
Dad with the win.
That's good writing right there.
Yeah.
That is good writing. I mean, good performance also, but good writing.
Classic Marvel superhero sitting on
Gotta be perched
somewhere.
on something.
Perched
You gotta
on
be
some-
perched on something.
Spider-Man's on a building.
Yep.
Empire
Batman's
State
up
Building.
there. Well, he's Justice League, but you get it.
Yeah.
Superheroes perched on stuff.
Are you kidding me?
Kamran left his car.
I see that.
Dude, obviously had to be snuck out of the country.
I mean, he told me I could have it.
No, he did.
I think we might have had it wrong the first time around.
What do you mean?
So we know why you have access to the Nor and how you can wield it, but when I compared you to the rest of your family, something still seemed off. Kamala, there's something different in your genes, like a mutation.
Oh, did you hear the music?
Get in, losers. We're getting shawarma.
Hey,
Get in, losers.
losers. Getting losers on this dais.
Yep.
Oops, sorry.
Listen, I'm the only one who's actually driven this thing 10 and 4 right now.
He was a man 10 and 4.
10 and 4? What?
Well, if you're leaning.
10 and 4?
It's supposedly 10 and 2.
10 and 2? 10 and 4.
All right, is there a...
There's got
Interesting. Well, this has to have
a post credits, right?
Oh!
Oh! Well, look at that.
That cameo,
What was
huh?
that?
And she doesn't know where she is either.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Miss Marvel will return in the Marvels, it said. Filmed in Georgia.
Now look at there.
Oh. Well, there we go.
Well, that was... First off, I'll get to how, I felt about the episode and everything else, but that was a relief. They didn't botch the finish. I'm so nervous. Given our history with the last couple of Marvel shows, we've seen how they've just completely screwed up the finish on not only Moon Knight, but She-Hulk as well. Look, I'll say it. They totally screwed those finishes terribly. This one, however, delivered, gave us everything that I think we would expect from this series. Okay, if I'm being honest, what I would have liked to have seen, and just roll with me here a little bit, because of some of the movies that we've watched from this genre, or not from the genre, but from from some of the Bollywood things, some of the movies we've seen from India, I would have loved to have seen at least one more dance scene, or I would have liked to have seen when they had that music going at the end. I really wanted like a totally ridiculous over-the-top fight scene, and we kind of got it with they were throwing the cars and catching them and stuff, but for me, selfishly, that would have been a nice little Easter egg to some of the movies that are made there and how they are done stylistically. I would have liked that. The actress they had playing the lead of, I guess I'll call her the lead of Damage Control, although she wasn't, but the one who was in control of it. What a great casting for a villainous kind of outfit that you would just love to hate. Did a fantastic job. I mean, right off the bat, we've got agents that are trigger happy, firing at children. She's not following orders, going against what she was told to do, and just made it real easy to not like. And we would be remiss, maybe if some of you aren't WWE fans, but for us, it was hard to take it seriously every time they said Damage Control, for us to not think of the group that's in WWE with, used to have Bailey, now it's Asuka, Dakota Kai, Io Sky, and Kairi Sane. So that's kind of, we were chuckling a little bit every time they said Damage Control. That's what we were thinking about. But yeah, I really liked the way the finish had. They had our Cameron was kind of leaning a little bit to the evil there. Kind of it overtook him for a little bit, but then Kamala was able to bring him back. I like that they had to kind of duke it out a little bit, and we saw more of his powers, which were pretty crazy, and he was pretty advanced for where he was for just getting them. But I liked the Home Alone style traps that they kind of had at the end for Damage Control. That was fun. We had the foam and the disco ball and everything else. And look, I thought it worked well for a superhero show that involves kids, high school age kids. I thought everything they did in terms of the traps that they had, the way they kind of laid out the finish, it all made sense. It all fit, and I'm happy with the ending of it. Of course, we had the cameo at the end with Captain Marvel herself, so we got the little bit of a spoiler with the upcoming movie that was done. But that was good to see, and look, this is one that they figured out and they got it right. Now, is it on the level for me as far as Loki and Wanda? No, it's not. This is more in the tier for me of the Hawkeye tier, and certainly better than She-Hulk, but they did a great job. Look, I mean, this is something that was really different. They took a swing at it. They had to introduce a lot of history that people wouldn't know about, from the region of India and Pakistan and everything that went down there. They gave you a 10,000-foot view of kind of the overall picture of things and why people were doing what they were doing, and I thought they did a good job of it. Things could have gone terribly wrong, but they didn't, and it worked out. And this was a solid series and a solid introduction for a new character, so I'm happy with it.
Yeah, for me, knowing, good a bit of history, Marvel, I had no idea what this character, who she was, what she was, how she came to be. So for me, I thought this was very well done. It was awesome to see how she came to be Miss Marvel. I mean, obviously that scene with her and Mohan Kapur, Yusuf, her father, that was just great at the end about how her name meant Wonder Marvel, Ms. Marvel, there's your name. And I thought that was just perfectly executed, well acted, well written, everything. This episode, yes, finally they did an ending right. We had an epic fight that was just perfectly and well done. Yeah, you know, trigger happy on the kids. That's one thing, but we've seen, you know, you see that in superhero movies for whatever
Always
reason.
the one guy sweating and shaking.
Oh yeah, but like it was fun because they did the Home Alone style. They did the whole where they're all wearing the same hoodies, doing you know, spraying some of the fire extinguishers. They had a plan of attack, and then it all culminated with her and whereas at Kamran, her and Kamran having this epic battle, and you know, just getting him out of the country so that way they can discover even more about what went down and discover more of where they came from. I loved, I mean, I don't know if you caught it or not, but when they said mutation, they played a little bit of the chord of the old X-Men cartoon from Fox. You could hear the little and that was all they played.
Can we get that again?
So I mean, hopefully I don't get copyrighted, but I don't want to do anything bad, you know, a channel. But this was a really fun show. Great introduction to the character. Sets up well with having the nice cameo of Brie, Captain Marvel at the end of it. Like basically, like you said, seeing the shrine for herself.
Yeah.
Because obviously Ms. Marvel is a huge fan of Captain Marvel.
Hey, creepy.
So it was a great introduction to this character. I really enjoyed this show.
Yeah, for what this show was, it was good. And I don't say that in a negative manner. I just say that kind of reflecting a little bit off what Mason Quinn said. You could tell the audience for this was a little bit younger. It's a show that it didn't take itself overly serious. It was introducing new characters that, you know, the casual Marvel fan, even some of the more hardcore Marvel fans may not have been used to.
She first debuted in 2013.
They were going to keep it low in the violence department, push the comedy and the lightheartedness with some unique animation as far as, you know, background stuff that was going on. So overall, for what this was, I think it was good. For me, it's very much along the lines of a Hawkeye, you know, and I think Hawkeye was a little bit, probably a little bit more challenging because you, of course, had, you know, Jeremy Renner and Hawkeye's character, which, you know, was in some very serious movies and had some very dark undertones, which they played on. But I think they faced a few more challenges as far as just the lighthearted nature of the show. You know, it was different because we were introduced to some Pakistani history and Pakistani culture, which is new as far as a Marvel show is concerned. So they faced a few challenges there. But overall, I think they did a good job. I liked the linear story. Look, no secret that She-Hulk not my favorite. And it wasn't
Cat's out of the bag
because it was a new character. I just generally didn't like the kind of sitcom feel where all the episodes really weren't connected, and some of the comedy missed for me. This I thought was good. I liked the relationship between Kamala and her mom. And the thing I really liked that they showed too is she had just as close of a relationship as she did with her mother, with her father, but it's kind of a different. And I think anybody growing up understands that, you know, relationships between mothers and fathers can be different for sons and daughters, but every bit as special in their own right. Big kudos to the writers. I wasn't sure how they were going to get around to having the name be Miss Marvel, and if I'm being, you know, perfectly honest, like coming into this, I'm like, well, how are you going to have Captain Marvel and then what is just going to randomly be Miss Marvel? Is she taking a knockoff of the name? And so I thought that was really cool. That was a cool moment with the dad out there. Cameron's, you know, his powers that he got in here, you know, they showed some internal struggles. I like that he kind of, you know, came out to, you know, be a good guy at the end, but he had, you know, he had his moments where he was struggling. And then of course, after, you know, he had that really, you know, that really tense moment of conflict where you could tell he wanted to turn good, but was wondering, have I already gone too far? And that's something that we've seen with other characters and other, you know, movies and TV shows where they want to get on the right track, but they feel like they've kind of gone down one path too far and that there's no turning back.
Can't come back, Bob.
Can't come back, Bob.
Can't come back.
No redemption. So I thought they did well with that. The action in this last one, there was enough to keep it interesting. Gotta be honest, didn't love that they were firing open rounds or live rounds rather, not open, live rounds at teenagers.
Yeah, because they had those rifles with like the sound waves.
Yeah, so they had those that was non-lethal. They had the big thing the whole time that they could have used, which, you know, was non-lethal, but it's just like open fire with live rounds, and it's like with all those people watching.
That's why she was fired.
Yeah, it was crazy, and they fired her immediately, which you know, was cool. You know, it was fun. The stuff in the school, very much a Home Alone feel to it. Disco ball, softballs, the foam, the fire extinguisher on the back of the bike. So that was all fun for me. But again, I still think that I enjoy my more serious Marvel. You know, I think when I think of superheroes, I think of, look, they're battling the bad guys, and sometimes that stuff isn't the prettiest. It's not really funny. It's serious business. You know, so I'm more you know, Dark Knight, you know, Robert Pattinson's, you know, Batman type superhero movies where they kind of explore the grittier side of crime and how heroes would react in those situations. But again, for what this series was, I think they did a great job with it.
Yeah. I thought this was a decent finale considering what we have gone through and what you've gone through so far. There was, I know we kind of pick on CGI a little bit, but there was like one moment here when she was coming down after she got the suit off the steps. That moment right there was just like, ooh, they definitely did not pay for that. But I'm not trying to take away from how decent this was for the Ender compared to like we were saying, She-Hulk, where that to me was just a mess, and then Moon Knight was just like, let's just finish it.
Great show, and
what did you do?
So at least that's just my opinion. As long as you enjoyed it, that's all that matters. As far as for the characters in here, I do hope we get to see the characters moving forward in some other Marvel future stuff. Now, I haven't seen the Marvels.
Neither have I.
So
none
now
of us have.
I think we're to the point to where we'll eventually get to it now, because this is all connecting to that clearly because Bree's in here. And then I thought the actors did fairly well with what they were given here. I am curious to see, and maybe Miss Marvel as the movie will probably set something up. I'm not sure. I'm just taking a wild guess there, but I guess like after we see Miss Marvel, depending on how that setup is, then I wonder like how are we getting, or how will we see these characters again? That's kind of what I'm wondering. Or maybe we just don't ever see him again, and this is just how.
Oh, I gotta know how Bruno does at Caltech.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I'm hoping I'm sure he's gonna do fine, right? Because they've set him up in these 6 episodes to be borderline genius, of course, because that's how we, or how Marvel and DC and all these other comics do.
The best friend always is.
Best friend always is.
He's a tinkerer.
Yeah, and then also with the mother, I was so wrong on the predictions. I thought she knew some stuff. Not even close.
No.
But again, like I said before, I'm holding on to that just to see if it happens. And nope, nothing here. It was good to see the parents get more of an understanding now, because, you know, they were on thinking one mindset of like, oh, I got a kid that's just out and about too much and X, Y, Z. But then when the mom found out in the last episode that, oh, you're the light starter or whatever, the light fighter or whatever they were calling
Nightlight.
it. Nightlight. So it was good to see that kind of come full circle now, where the parents kind of weren't hardcore parenting, where they were just trying to support her now.
Yeah, because they had a bit of an arc too, as well as Kamala.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. So again, overall, for Marvel, I am going to rate this compared to the Lokis and Wandas, because they are the Marvel shows. I do like my stuff to be a little bit more on the dark side, as I've always said, with the superhero stuff. So I'm still giving this 3. I actually had fun with it. It did its job, entertained. But yeah, for being a teen show, you know, it had its campy moments, it had its comedy moments, it had some actually good serious moments in here as well. So it was a nice mixed bag. So
and taught us a little bit of history too.
Yep. Entertainment is subjective, so as long as you liked it, great. That's all that matters. If you hated it, well, that's your opinion too. So No judgment here.
Opinions vary. Well,
yeah. I kind of said, my 2 cents for what this series was. I thought they did a very good job with it. I know people don't want to hear me talk about it anymore, but for me, it was light years ahead of She-Hulk. Pretty much, I think, on par. I might have liked Hawkeye a little bit better, just because, of course, we've all kind of grown to love Jeremy Renner and the character of Echo in that, which I'm hoping that we get to that one sooner than later, because the character of Echo in Nighthawk
up the road or from
was she's a Wisconsinite first off, but a total badass in that series. But again, I thought it was good. For being a more lighthearted show, introducing a new character. I would have liked a little bit of 80s or Easter egg fan service in that last
Would have been great
episode.
to get Brown Jovi.
Well, that's where the Home Alone and stuff was.
But yeah, you know what? That's a good point. Answer that was very
so erase that score.
Yeah, well, we'll give it a 3-5. As far as like if I put together all kind of the Marvel series and I rank them, this one, it's a little bit lower than some of the other ones, but again, for what it is and for what my tastes are in superhero type programming, this was pretty good for me.
Yeah, for me, I think this show did a really good job, considering I'm pretty sure, aside from being Marvel fans and casual Marvel fans, I don't think we're necessarily the target demographic here, but I think given that we did have a fun time with it and we enjoyed it, I think that says a lot about the folks that were involved in making this series. So shout out to all of you. And I kind of mirror what these 2 gentlemen said. Normally, I like my superhero stuff a little more serious. I'm not a big fan of the campier stuff unless it, of course, works. So for me, this is a 3.25 out of 5 answers. A lot of fun. Again, compared to the other Marvel series, I as well put it around Hawkeye, because that's the only one that we've seen so far. Let me rephrase. That's the only one I've seen so far that's kind of has that campy type element to it. Moon Knight was a little bit more serious. Of course, Captain and Winter Soldier was more serious, Loki, Wanda, etc. So yeah, that's where this one is for me, but I thought it did a really good job, again, for the story that it had to tell and taking something, really far out of left field, new character, completely different background that, again, 99% of the viewers probably had no idea about the history and the setup to the story. I really liked the flashback going back in time in that episode 5. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I've 3.25 for me.
I should say before answer goes, we are the exact target demographic for Come With Me If You Want to Live and busting out Bed of Roses for
there is that.
for a TV show.
Yeah.
For me, I give it a solid 4. I thought this was a great introduction. It had a linear story that built up to a great ending that had a lot of action. Yeah, you can nitpick the CGI and maybe some other stuff about it, but I thought it all worked together well. I mean, this was a great introduction to a new character that, like I discovered in here, it had first came around in 2013. So it's not like it can get a lot of it lost in the lore. Like, Batman's been around since the 50s, so he's got umpteen different, versions that people have told of his, his upbringing, so to speak, which is all great and fine, which is, I absolutely love. And so but this one, since there's just one, they had a lot of fun working off of that one. And yeah, we'll see where the rest of the characters are going to be in this, but I thought it was a fun watch and I would recommend it, because I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm not going to use that word too much, but yeah, it was a great introduction to a character, which I thought was smart in how they went along the approach. And then the final episode actually delivered versus a couple of series that we watched that did not. So that was a big part to it.
Yeah, and then, like I said, the big thing for me was the arc of the characters. That was done really well, so shout out to them.
All right, so hopefully we get to see some more of all these characters, because we had some fun watching this. Hopefully you guys had fun watching this. So for Diamond Dave, Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. Captain Marvel's over there, and we'll catch you later, pals.